Republicans in Congress dubbed this week Crypto Week on Capitol Hill. They're working to pass multiple pieces of legislation regulating digital assets. Cryptocurrency is our big story today. Now, cryptocurrency is a digital form of payment. Unlike traditional currencies such as the U.S. dollar, cryptocurrencies are not tied to any government or central bank. They can be transferred globally. Their values can also dramatically fluctuate. Bitcoin is the most well-known cryptocurrency. Thousands of others have also been created. The crypto industry has lobbied Congress for some regulations in the U.S. That's because many investors say and businesses see gray areas with crypto. Some in the industry believe clear rules would give investors more protections and lead to a wider adoption of cryptocurrencies. And we could see some of the first regulations get to the finish line in the United States soon. One bill could get to President Trump's signature on his desk as lawmakers debate the future of digital currencies in our country. 13 Action News reporter Josh Krupp is live with us this afternoon to explain where those things stand. Josh.
Tony, there were some questions about whether Republicans would be able to get any of these measures across the finish line yesterday, but one of them is heading to the president's desk to get his signature as early as tomorrow. It is called the Genius Act. It creates a federal framework for stable coins. Those are booming in popularity right now. Unlike Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, stable coins are tied to the value of the U.S. dollar. That makes them less volatile and more stable. The legislation had bipartisan support and aims to protect consumers. And as we said, President Trump expected to sign that legislation as early as tomorrow. Another that passed the House today that still has to go through the Senate aims to find new ways to basically imagine financial markets in this digital age, looking to create regulatory frameworks for digital assets. Senator Bernie Moreno from Ohio is an early crypto supporter and investor in blockchain technology. He says he's been working to educate his colleagues about how these things work.
There's not a ton of people who are really knowledgeable in this space, but once they get educated, they see really there's not anything here that's mystical. It's just a modern way to look at what we've known for a long time to be our financial system.
And Moreno pointed out that this is also the first time Congress has attempted to regulate a market without being in the middle of a crisis. He says he hopes that these proactive measures work to provide clarity overall to the industry. Tony.
Josh Krupp reporting live for us this afternoon. The price of Bitcoin soared to a record high this week as Congress moved closer to passing crypto legislation. It was trading at more than $122,000 Monday. It has since slightly dropped. Bitcoin's value has doubled in the past year. Now, the crypto industry also backed President Trump in his 2024 election. The president highlighted the 24 Bitcoin conference while he was on the campaign trail, saying he wanted the country to be a global leader in the Bitcoin industry.
If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way, and that's what's going to happen.
Crypto is also getting debated in state capitals across the country. Earlier this year, Ohio Secretary of State and Treasurer came out in support of using cryptocurrency to pay for state fees and services. That proposal would allow state agencies to accept crypto to pay for state fees and services, but in the legislature, House lawmakers passed a bill earlier this year giving tax breaks to small crypto investors. This bill exempts transactions under $200 from capital gains taxes. It's now moving through the Senate. Another bill in the House could let Ohio create a strategic cryptocurrency reserve by investing state dollars in digital assets. In Michigan, lawmakers are also working to pass legislation on cryptocurrency. In May, a bipartisan package of bills was introduced in the Michigan State House. The bills aim to protect crypto users, establish a framework for state investments in cryptocurrency, and allow current abandoned infrastructure to be used for Bitcoin mining. Democratic State Representative Mike McFall of Hazel Park, who sponsored one of those three bills in Michigan, says, quote, Michigan must take an active role in shaping the future of cryptocurrency. By embracing smart regulation and innovation, we can unlock new economic opportunities, attract tech investment, and create good-paying jobs while also protecting consumers. All three bills currently sit in Michigan's House Committee on Communications and Technology. Bitcoin's recent surge has many people wanting to invest. However, some financial advisors say you should wait until regulations are in place to start investing. That's because there are real legal risks with investing right now.
Very little regulatory framework. There's not very much guidance for how to handle that. If I'm not taking good notes and following all of the compliance guidelines, I could be on a silver platter for a lot of lawyers.
The compliance he is referencing, to encompass all the rules, regulations, and ethical standards, was put in place by regulatory bodies such as the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. So while crypto may be trending, financial advisors, some of them at least, are still keeping their distance. That means, for now, if you're interested in crypto and you want information, you'll have to do your own research or use platforms offered through places like credit unions. Latest Internet Crime Complaint Center report shows more than $9 billion worth of crime is related to cryptocurrency. The FBI is trying to find the offenders. However, the success rates are low when it comes to getting your money back. Jen Picciano has the new way law enforcement is trying to protect you from getting scammed.
Cryptocurrency ATMs are popping up all over town, and with it, so are opportunities for scammers. This Shaker Heights man, who didn't want to be identified in a previous 19 News story, says he was contacted by someone he thought was his son in jail.
There's the urgency and the dire situation.
The man was instructed to put $9 grand in cash into a local crypto ATM.
It was very elaborate, multiple people involved playing parts and clearly orchestrated.
Not all transactions done with cryptocurrency ATMs are fraudulent. FBI Special Agent Milan Kasanovich says this is a legitimate way to bank the unbanked.
So people who don't have bank accounts but still want to transit money to friends and family, whether it be across the country, overseas, whatever it is, it's a way to do that. If it's a way to do investments too, if you prefer to onboard yourself into the crypto ecosystem that way.
But there are plenty of scenarios in which fraudsters are taking advantage of the vast amount of money flowing into these portals to the cryptocurrency world. The local FBI office is sending out these signs to all Bitcoin ATM operators in the area. They're hoping it'll serve as a warning sign for people using cryptocurrency ATMs for the first time.
If you're using the crypto ATM because somebody that you don't know has told you you have to do this in order to avoid arrest, prosecution, or to escrow your money or something, we want to give you that chance to take a second thought and say, hey, look, I should really think about this before I hit send, because once I hit send, I can't do anything to get this back.
I think that's great. I think that would be very helpful.
The Shaker victim was spared from making the fraudulent transaction by a clerk who noticed the warning signs and stopped him. But not every would-be scam victim will be so fortunate.
Vigilant shopkeepers are great, but they're not all going to be, that knowledgeable or accessible.
And again, that was Jen Picciano reporting. If you're just now joining us, or if you'd like to see this big story again, you can download the 13 Action News app. It's available as a free download in your phone's app store. Just scan the QR code on your screen.